Hello, Frugal Force. Once again, this is Captain Frugal reporting for duty, and today I'm looking at none other than Amazing Spider-Man issue number 21. It's part 5 of the Hunted series. And it says, as Kraven and his last living son and clone watched the Hunter's plans unfold, the son became enraged. Their animal-themed captives roared the force field enclosed Central Park freely, pursued by pretenders, emboldened only because they believed piloting Hunter bots remotely kept them safe. Unaware of the game pieces his father had yet to put in play, Kraven's son stormed into the park and captured Curt Connors, also known as the Lizard for anybody that followed Spider-Man in the last ever, should know that one, who was searching for his own child, because yes, if you recall, they caught Curt Connors' child as well. Meanwhile, Arcade, Kraven's technological consultant, had given Vulture a device that weakens the hunters who will die if their drones are destroyed. When Spider-Man learned everyone in the park was in mortal danger, he raced to confront Kraven, only to be attacked by a herd of vermin. And that takes us to this issue here from last issue, written by Nick Spencer, penciler Gerardo Sandoval, and then inkers Gerardo Sandoval did some of his own inking, as well as Victor Narva. And as you can see on this page here too, I give you a little bit of information. Color artist, letterer, which in my opinion wasn't a big deal on this issue. Nothing super spectacular in the lettering that calls special attention. But anyway, you know, Spider-Man's an interesting story. If anybody's been following my channel for a long time knows my thoughts on Dan Slott's Amazing Spider-Man run. I think he was terribly damaging to the Spider-Man storyline for the 10-year tenure he had on it. Most of that tenure was not very good. And if anything, really did it bad to the characterization of Peter Parker. And now that we have Nick Spencer, you know, he's been doing a lot of damage control. I was very skeptical at first of having Nick Spencer because I feel a mixed bag of him. I don't appreciate his professional or lack of professional behavior on social media. His Superior Foes of Spider-Man I thought was excellent. His Captain America was absolutely awful Captain America, but he seems to understand Spider-Man. He seems to understand Peter Parker, and it seems like in his run so far on the series, he's done a lot of patchwork, bringing Peter Parker, bringing Spider-Man, yes, I claim them as two different people in a way, but yet all together they're one, together to be the hero he was meant to be. I also have to say, I don't think I've seen Kraven written this well in a long time as well. You know, I believe we're seeing a lot of rebuilding with the characterization of the Black Cat. And once again, we see it in this issue. In this arc here, this story arc, Black Cat is saving the Lizard's son. She had the opportunity pretty much to get out of there if she really wanted to without saving him, but her good side shows, because you know Dan Slott did such a great job of completely bastardizing her character, whereas Spencer is humanizing her character, showing her for the hero that she is. She has tendencies to be, selfish. Absolutely, it's what makes her her. But in the end, she will do what's right. And we didn't see that in the Slott run. We see a completely bastardized version of this character, and Spencer's been nicely moving these characters back to the characters they're meant to be, just like MJ as well. So we also have some redemption here in this story too for Curt Connors, the Lizard. He's in the situation where he's seeing none other than the Black Cat and his son getting confronted by Kraven's son, and they're in big trouble. So that leaves Spider-Man and Lizard together imprisoned with an option of how to get out of there and how to save his son, knowingly what the cost might be. Curt Connors has to make a decision, and Spider-Man has to make a decision too. What do they do? Will Spider-Man step up to be the hero that he's intended to be and have to take it one step farther than he cares to push himself? Will Curt Connors show himself as a loving father, or will he be showing himself as, I'm going to eat my own kids because I'm a lizard, crazy kind of story arc that we've seen in the past? Overall, I'm not going to tell you how this issue ends because I want you to read it for yourself. I think it's a pretty darn good issue. Once again, we're seeing character written back in Spider-Man. We're seeing characters, whereas last 10 years of the Slott run that we had story that was more important than the characters. And what I mean by that is all the characters were morphed, twisted, and changed to hit the narrative, which is written really like poor fan fiction then, if anything. Whereas we've seen Spencer now for a long time be rebuilding and recrafting the story. Alright, so overall the story is pretty interesting. The artwork is not my favorite style of artwork by Gerardo Sandoval, but you know what? I think his work is growing on me. It reminds me of Ramos a little bit, but I like his work more than Ramos, especially the picture where he has Kraven standing by the window. I think that picture was really well done. Shows a lot of power, shows some feeling behind Kraven, shows character once again. So if you've been dabbling in whether or not to try out ASM, Amazing Spider-Man, you might want to try the Hunted storyline. You might want to go back and start picking that up, or at least maybe after the storyline, if Spencer's still on the book, give it a try then. Alright, well, I enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to hit like, subscribe, hit that notifications bell. If you want to help out that channel, please do. There's a couple ways you can do it. One way is we have a Patreon. You can join that for as little as $1 a month. We also have a Streamlabs link where you can click on that and give a one-time donation. But here's the thing. Right now, we're doing a big push. Our goal for Little Frugal and I is to get 3,000 subscribers. Once we get that 3,000 subscribers, we're going to be giving 100 comic books away by a local comic book store and game store and stuff. We're going to try to get more people into reading comic books. We've already been doing a big push for children. We've given a lot of kids comic books away lately, and I have no intentions of having that stop, and none of that would be possible without your support. So thank you all for your subscribing, your commenting, your supporting the Frugal Force, because this would not be possible without you. And until next time, keep it frugal.